Alright guys, you're going to see two versions of me. You're going to see this version where the Mr. Sparkles, the S10, decided to kick me right in the dick. And you're going to see another version of me where I thought this was going to be a simple job. Nope. YouTubers, welcome back, and today we're working on the old S10. We're not going to be doing this side of the S10, we're going to be doing that side of the S10. So let's go over there and I'll show you guys exactly what we're going to be doing today. So today I'm going to be taking these tires off. They are bald as crap. I need new ones, but before I get new ones, I'm going to replace the lug nuts and I want to replace the studs for this guy because I've seen too many videos like this. And you know what? I don't want that to happen to me. So I'm gonna put some nice strong stuff on here just to be safe because that could get ugly really quick. So this is what I'm gonna do. All right, so there's the final result. I know somebody somewhere is gonna hate on it, but that's okay. I like it. Well, abrupt stopping time. I'll tell you why. Good Lord. Well, you can see right now that the axle is pulled out, and that's just one of the things when I opened Pandora's box that released a shitstorm of fury on me. So when I bought this S10, I got it as a roller way back in like probably 2000, sometime around then. The original owner put a rear end supposedly out of a 1980 Lincoln Versailles. So, and I know this, there had to be some of the parts, some of Lincoln, because the axles were 28 spline, wasn't 32. And the bearings, I replaced both bearings on each axle, 1980, 1978 Lincoln. But when I got to the rotors, I ordered rotors from that same Lincoln and they didn't fit. So I'll go down to the rotors in question. So here are the rotors, which I've obviously never replaced. I've actually replaced both calipers. That one right there, you can't tell. I mean, I replaced it probably about 8 years ago. It's still good. It was leaking out of that. I got to fix that. But I never replaced those. So even the calipers are out of a 1978 or 1980 Lincoln Versailles. And I figured, well, they have to be the same. It never once occurred to me to actually measure the bolt pattern. And I measured it wrong once. I thought it was a 5 times 4.75, which it wasn't. It was actually a 5 times 5 bolt pattern. And you know, this thing didn't come with any owner's manual, so I was like, how in the world am I gonna find these? And I must have looked forever. I couldn't find anything that was just right. And then finally one day I stumbled across one. It was out. I'm pretty sure I'm getting them tomorrow, but these are actually out of a 1976 Lincoln Mark IV. So yes, Eureka, it is indeed a rotor out of a 1976 Lincoln Mark IV. That's right. And there is a left and a right, so that's why this one's in the box and this one's out here, because that one's a left, that one's a right. That's how I know which one goes each side. Now let's talk about this. Another thing that threw me off, because I mean, guys, I don't know anything about 9-inch Fords. I just always heard they're strong. That's about it. Mine is actually one of the weakest 9-inch Fords, but all my splines look good. I'm not making that much power, so she's still pretty good. Maybe when I start hitting over the head, something will happen. But I got my new studs in. The lug nuts are here too. But I'm going to end the video on this note only because I'm tired. I need to wrap this up, but I want to explain a couple more things. Now this right here, this is actually out of a Mark for the 76 also, so this threw me for a loop. So this goes in here. I figured the seal would go right here on this side, but it wouldn't. It would go in there and jiggle around. This is pressed on, so I can't show you. The machine shop did that. Let me show you where this seal goes. Right there. That's how you keep it from leaking. And if you saw earlier, you probably saw how my calipers, everything was covered in grease. And it's because it was always leaking a little bit for the longest time. So I'm pretty stoked about getting that in there, getting it so it won't leak, bolting everything back up. I still have to pull out the pumpkin. I'm gonna reseal that, flush everything out, get everything nice and new. I'm gonna service all this stuff so I can have a fully functional, non-leaking differential, and I'm gonna be pretty stoked about that. But I'm gonna end the video on that right now, just because I'm tired, and it's been a whirlwind of figuring shit out for this guy right here. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I'm learning, and learning is half the battle. The more you know, and as long as you guys know, watch this video if you're confused about things or ask me questions, and now I can definitely help you guys out to figure out from a small 9-inch, which what I got, to a big 9-inch. You can measure it, you can look at the bearings are different, and that's all part of the game, folks. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.